Hello everyone, I'm Ripal, your confidence and mindset coach. So today I have Preeti with us, Preeti Dhanuka from Kolkata. So as you know that Women's Day is coming and I have decided to interview 30 women who is making a brilliant change in their life and also in the world. So over to Preeti. So Preeti, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Hi, Ripple. Yeah, I am from Kolkata. At core, I have been a homemaker for, l- I'm completing 25 years this year for my marriage. So 25 years
Wow.
into being a homemaker, a mother of three children. So I've been a dedicated homemaker and a mother till past 3 years back when I decided I wanted to do something for my own benefits and my own self-discovery. And it is after my self discovery and transformation that I decided to take this forward, and I became a confidence expert after my certifications and courses. And here I am today as a confidence expert and an author. I've written two books.
Wow, that's
One I
amazing.
published last year, and the other one I have published this year in January, working on the third one, which is definitely coming this month.
Great. So what are the
So,
names of those books and what is it for?
yes. So the first one, all my books are aimed at helping young adults, especially, understand their own behaviors, because that was what is has always interested me the most. And how? So my first book is about the name as The Blindfold. It is about how we are blinded to possibilities because of our own thinking, the myths, the beliefs, and the thought process that blind us. And we always are in a mode of complaining that we did not get the opportunity, the other person has better resources, several other reasons for not doing what we want to do, and not knowing that 80% is our responsibility and just 20% is the responsibility of the outer environment. So my first book is about that. It's The Blindfold. Second one is Confidence Unleashed. Again, it's the power within you. So
Wow.
it is about how to enhance and boost confidence.
Okay.
And the third that is coming up, which I'm officially announcing right now, I haven't
Oh,
mentioned
wow.
about the
Wow.
title.
That's great.
So it is from Promises to Triumphs, Resolutions That Stick.
Okay.
So, as the name suggests, it is uh, this year's at starting of the year, as we always do at the end of the new year, when people are asking, "Oh, what is your resolution? Have you crafted your resolution?" And mostly, what we hear nowadays is, "Oh, it's okay. Resolutions are meant to be broken. Who makes
Mhm.
resolutions these days? This is something that we used to do as children." Hearing all of this, I felt this is something so much needed that I mean, when I was looking up, resolutions go up to the 18th century when it had a meaning to it, had a purpose to it. It was giving yourself a goal
Yes.
uh, with every field of your life as to this is what I want to achieve for my own self this year. And we have stopped doing that. So what are we doing? So that is one thing that really thought provoked my thoughts. So I started working on that. So this is the book which is coming up next.
Amazing,
So
amazing. Thank you so much for, making this announcement over here. That's
thank you
really,
for giving me an
really great.
opportunity. I was waiting to go up and announce, and here it comes.
Awesome, awesome. So congratulations for your third book.
Thank
Uh,
you.
so next I would like to know that currently if you see, what are the major challenges women go through in today's time?
So today's time, as we know, things have changed a lot in society. But
Hmm.
one thing that has not yet changed and will take years more is the patriarchy. We are all in a patriarchy where it is a male dominated society. So the men who have been conditioned over ages, thousands of years, we are expecting them to change in just a few years, in just a few decades, which is really not possible. Even they are going through a lot of transition. a lot of conflicting thoughts when it comes to feminism, which is being mixed up with feminism and being negative feminism rather, and not actually understanding what it is. So the conflicting thoughts about these two individualities that we are facing these days,
Mhm.
women who are confused about their own identity and freedom, as once you're financially free, you think you do not require a man in your life. And this is which is troubling the relationship between uh, uh, a man and a woman these days. And there are so many, you see cases of breakups and um, relationship. The foundation of marriage has completely, been shaken now.
True.
So
I think
that,
so, a lot of negative interpretation of certain terms, right? And people have
yes,
made it
yes,
as a truth. And that's what
yes. Yes.
get into trouble.
Feminism is not about where you feel you do not need a family. You do not need a man as a companion in your life, as a spouse in your life. Where to balance and how to understand this, that relationship is meant for a healthy, we are made that way. Nature is made that way. And we are trying to destroy the laws of nature, literally. And with this conflicts and confusions, women are more at, not just women, even the men are at a very conflicting and a burdened stage,
Mm.
which is adding to the stress in life, other than along with other aspects of life.
Mm. Okay, so if you reflect back on your journey and on your story, is there any particular one thing which you had to overcome because of the patriarchy, and you were able to, successfully do it, and which was, a struggling point for you to overcome it, but like as you are a confidence coach, like I'm sure you did a lot of efforts to overcome it. So what was that one thing?
Entire life was dominated due to patriarchy, and my very core as a person, I was so much okay accepting the submission and being that quiet, fit in all relation kind of a person, trying to give into being the best. And in that pursuit, I was completely forgetting who I am. I had completely given up on my own identity. And the moment I had completed my graduation and my studies, I had given into, yeah, what parents will decide is the best thing. So I had decided on getting married and getting settled. But then all of that, and then believing in all that patriarchy taught us all the years, I I was dealing with the good girl syndrome, where you have to be a good bahu, you have to be a good mother, you have to be a good sister. And in that being that good and acceptable image, I was really killing my own self, which I realized, and it was quite, I had given more than 20-30 years of my life killing my own self physically. That took on my, all that pent up and suppressed emotions and feelings took on to my health. And the moment you say at 40 there are realizations, actually it's not the realizations. At 40 the body says enough, you've done with me. Now I'll tell you what you need to
Yeah.
do with me. That is when I was facing several health challenges and relationship challenges. Though I've been in a joint family for the last 25 years, I was just trying to juggle between things, being a mother, being a wife, being a daughter-in-law, sister-in-law. And somewhere my body and my mind was giving up. And I was told in 5 years, you'll be on bed if you don't take care.
Hmm.
I suffered severe health challenges. That is when I thought I need to look into this. When my doctor said medicines are no good for you. If you
Oh.
want, okay, you can take the medicines and be on bed in a few years and be bedridden. Or I was blessed by God to have a doctor who could tell me this, that you don't need medicines. For more than that, you need something, an alternative way of coming out of your health challenges. So I thought probably it was God sent that He wanted me to move forward and start a new chapter for myself
Definitely.
and my own self transformation. Yeah.
Wow.
Otherwise, I would be taking popping in pills all the pills, that antidepressants, which is what I found. The medicines prescribed were just antidepressants, all of different ranges and variations. And
Mm.
I felt, no, this is not what I want from my life.
Wow. So, like, I was just thinking that, like you said, that how this mindset, the patriarchy, the good girl syndrome, and everything, I mean, it affects not our, woman's career, but also the health, right? It affects like so many things. I mean, just a small mindset, and it affects so much of us. So,
Absolutely.
thank you so much for sharing, this details of your life. So, going forward, if you have to send a message or if you want to share a powerful message to all the women out there, or one piece of advice from your own journey, what would that be? If you could just sum up it up, like two lines, like two things which you really want to say for all the women out there.
I really want to say one thing, that women are the base of the in the smallest unit of society, which is the family. We are the ones who are, even if we are a working woman, we are the ones who are the needle which will keep all the, with our own threads, keep all the family members together. We are the ones who will be the first to nurture our children. Why has God chosen you as a woman to give birth to a child and not man?
Hmm.
So the compatibility, the compassion, the empathy that a woman has is the true nature and the base of every woman. And that is very much needed to keep the family with good health and nurture it. And that being the smallest unit of society, if we want our nation and our society to be healthy and progressing, it is the family that needs to be in a good state. So it is the woman's responsibility, and we cannot move away from that. Otherwise, we'll be destroying the entire structure of society. So we have a big responsibility. We have been chosen for that responsibility. And no matter what, no matter how we progress in our career, in the core, we know what our responsibilities are. And if we move away from that, that is what creates the disbalance. We need to accept, acknowledge our own selves, and learn to balance things and not miss out on our priorities.
Hmm.
That is all that I would want to say.
Okay, okay. So Preeti, like you said, that a woman is a needle to a family. So, what do you think that, what about the woman who, doesn't wish to have children or who doesn't want to, be married or who wants to? Do you think as a society, people accept them, or as a society, people should be more open to this thing as well? Because not everyone gets a family, not everyone gets a child.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things.
Mhm.
Do you think like
Mhm.
society sometimes restricts themselves and have a notion for women, and it kind of
Absolutely.
limits itself while kind of accepting all the different kinds of women and their opinions?
Absolutely. See, there has to be understanding at the core. Women who are willing to remain single and or are married and not have children, they have to look into the actual reason why. If it is not just for the societal pressure, if it is not for something that they have undergone in their childhood years, something that is holding them from this, if it is not for that reason, it's absolutely okay. We all have our personal choices. But
Yeah.
if it is due to some fear, that is
Hmm.
they are not wanting to have children, then definitely they need to look into it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, whatever choices one needs to make for oneself
Yes.
is completely, very personal. And
True.
yes, you have to be strong and let the society understand that this is what you want and you will be your own self. And gradually people do change. It
Yeah.
is just that how we project our own choices come out to be a bit,
Mhm.
not acceptable manner. Otherwise, with
Um,
time, the family is there. If your parents understand you and support you, the society will accept and understand. And if they don't, you have to take it and just move forward with it.
True.
So they will
And
understand with time.
that's where the confidence comes, right? that confidence
Yes,
to believe in yourself moving forward
yes,
and have so much
yes,
of conviction that this is what I want, and that's it.
yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Preeti, for this beautiful interaction. And I absolutely love, knowing your journey and what, all the messages you want to share with the audience, with especially the women. So thank you so much. And once again, congratulations for your book. Do you have any final
Thank
words
you.
if you want to say something?
Just be your own self, be self introspective to first understand your own self and then to understand others.
Oh,
That's it.
wow. That's the beautiful piece of advice, right? First understand yourself and then others. Amazing,
Yes.
amazing. So thank you so much, Preeti, for joining us. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.